everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum. You know who I am.
I'm Joey, at JWonder on the MakeCode forum. Maybe you know who I am.
I'm Shannon, at Shakao on the MakeCode forum. You have never seen me before.
And I'm Vivian, at Litchurf on the MakeCode forum, and nobody really knows me.
Didn't we put a password on this meeting? How did this Shannon person get down here? Okay, so we're working on our mouse adventure today. We're going to be finishing up our boss fight, but first we're going to be showing off everything to Shannon because she hasn't seen it yet. So we're going to change our dungeon back from our debug location to the right location to start. So changing this to 2.5, and we'll do a quick tour. So we've got, you know, the little town and everything. We've got our bat and these, you know, bushes that we can chop. The bat's still pretty cute, but replace the frog bunny. We got a few bugs and this enemy over here. But let's go ahead and check out the dungeon. So you go in here, you got these pots, they've got hearts in them. Hearts that you drew, Shannon. Then we got this Minotaur guy, he just kind of chases after you. We've got locked doors. So let's go over here and see if I can do this. Okay. Whoa. Nope, I failed. All right. It's been on my to-do list for so long to make this room easier.
So they don't respawn?
No, they respawn if you leave and then come back. All right, well, yeah, I made it through that time. Get the key. Ah. Unlock the door. Go through here. Yeah,
oh, that looks so good.
The air trap room is like particularly devastating. You know? Yeah, I got it this time.
Oh, you already made it, so
What?
So it restarts the dungeon when you get killed? Nice.
All right. Grabbed it. Send it back over. Okay. Head through here.
Okay.
Being careful.
Just go.
All right.
Maybe you should have stopped for hearts in the potion chest.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea. All right, we're gonna do this one more time, and I'm going to succeed.
Are you gonna take this seriously?
I'm gonna take it seriously.
Okay.
Seriously.
Are you gonna make a stop for the potion room?
No. Here we go. Look at that. I'm just not gonna take damage.
Oh.
Yeah. This is what happens when I get serious gaming. You know? Oh, there you are. Ha ha ha! Right around you. Okay. Ow. All right. Okay. Took a little bit. Okay.
Oh,
took a little bit of damage. We're okay. Still got a heart left. All right. Going over here. Phew. Okay. Up there. All right. Okay. So we got these walls that are blocking us, right? So we go over here and we hit this orb. Now these ones go up, the other ones go down.
Oh.
Pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go over here. And you got this guy who's shooting a laser at us. It's cool. It's got like a little scorch mark left behind it.
Yeah, I love the trail.
Yeah. Now this is down. You can go over here. And here's our boss battle.
Oh, man.
And we started working on this, but so they hit it to you, you hit it back.
Oh.
And it's a little buggy right now. We've still got work to do on that. The other thing the boss can do is a bat spell, which we'll see if it happens. Whoa, okay, yeah. Spawned a bat that immediately killed me, but they can spawn a bunch of bats. Because cat rhymes with bat. All right, let's do a Daryl. Well, before you do that, let's go ahead and move this back to our debug, which is 1-1, not 151, 1-1. And this will put us right in front of our cat boss room. So to make debugging just extra easy. All right, so we got a few things to do today. First, we need to work on that ball of power thing that we've got going. It's kind of hard right now. It's really difficult and not super fun. So we're going to go ahead and go over to our start boss phase function. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a few things to make this easier. First thing, we're going to take our ball of power, which we made gigantic, and we're going to make it a much more reasonable 16 by 16. It's just too big. Come on now, circle tool. You can do it. There we go. And we're going to give it an outline of this. Come on, circle tool. You guys may have noticed, but this is running very slow because my computer doesn't like to run Teams and do this. There you go. Kind of like that. Bump it up to 17 by 17. Give it a nice outline.
Canonically, what is this giant circle?
It's like a ball of wizard energy.
I
You
see.
know. Wait, do you not know about wizards?
I don't know. They're kind of secret, right? Should you know about wizards?
Shannon's our expert on the occult.
In my heart, it's a ball of yarn, actually, but we can't do that because it was too hard to draw, is what we decided. And also Richard liked the energy better.
Yeah, well, Joey wants to use all of our animating budget on this.
Instead, we use it on a giant paw.
And we use it on a giant paw, which we're going to get to today. Okay, so we've made our ball of power look a little bit different. We're also going to put it at the right spot. So right now it's just kind of spawning in the middle of the screen. We want it to spawn on our cat boss. So we're going to actually set its position to be on the cat boss for when we start. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a set position right here. And we're going to take this, change this to our current ball of power. And we're going to change this to our cat boss X and our cat boss Y. All right. And now we're going to pull this out, duplicate it, put this back. And just do the ball of power. You need to do sound effects. Okay, here it comes. Okay, so we successfully deflected it. Wasn't super exciting. So I think what we're going to do is, right now we're changing the current ball velocity by 5 every time it gets hit. So let's make it so that when the ball gets hit by the cat again, we'll change it to be like 10. So we'll just really speed it up. Yeah. All right, I really need to fix that move to function.
Which move to function?
This one that's not working.
The one in the arcade story,
Oh,
sometimes it just like stops.
Yeah, I don't know why. I looked at the code the other day and it like looked good to me, so. Cool, okay. Well, this is kind of working. it still doesn't feel right. And I'm trying to figure out exactly what the reason for that is, you know? I think maybe it's too slow to start out.
Yeah. Even the fastest speed isn't particularly fast right now.
Yeah, all right. So let's double the start speed. And so right now we're just doing this 4 times. So you have to return the volley 4 times. We're going to increase it for each phase of the boss. So eventually it's going to be really fast towards the end. And this is going to be how you damage the boss. You weren't here for that. So let's do that. Okay, that felt better, I think.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll up this we'll do this one by 10 also. Not by 510. That's a bit much.
Maybe when you hit it, it should do, I forget what it's called. It's not disintegrate, but it's like dust or something. The disintegrate without modifying the image, which takes bits and it takes acceleration.
I wanna get the
ashes.
Yeah.
You're right.
I wanna get the mechanics of it solid before we start doing visual stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That I need to fix that right now. So I'm gonna do what I have been doing every time we've run into this bug so far. I'm gonna make a function that's called move_to, which is going to just implement this correctly, and then I have a note to go ahead and fix the thing once and for all. I think it might have something to do with walls, but I don't know. Okay, so we've got a move_to, we've got a sprite, an X, Y, and a speed. Cool. Now we're just going to implement this real quick. And the way this works is we're going to use the sprite utils, and we're going to set our velocity at angle. So wait, did I already make a move_to? Oh, look at me. Oh, but this one's not doing it quite right. The other one's move_to at time. I want to do move_to at speed. But I will copy this angle thing that I was just about to do. And this. And nice. All right, so let's look at this real quick. Are you angry because I'm not using the sprite from this one?
Fresh blocks.
Oh, no, because I got time. It's because I got time in here somewhere.
The end there. It's at the end of the set sprite velocity at angle 2 at the second last variable.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So we don't need this fancy speed calculation this time. So we can just put our speed right here. And what we want to do now is we want to do this after, and we want to do a, let's see, we want this to actually pause.
Hassan is here. Hi,
Hassan,
Hassan.
stop sneaking up on me.
It's less fun when Hassan comes in when everybody else is here because they're all good-natured about it. They don't just wait until we can surprise Richard.
Oh.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set our velocity at angle. We're going to pause for the amount of time that's going to take us to cover that distance. Then we're going to set our position to be that exact position so that it's nice and precise. And we're going to make it so that we clear our velocity. So back to 0, 0. So we're going to do X and Y. And change this to be sprite. All right, so now we need to go ahead and make it so that we pause for the correct amount of time. So our speed that we're giving it is in pixels per second. So the pause calculation is actually pretty easy. Let's go into loops. When in doubt, if you're trying to make convert things like speed into time over distance or something, the thing you want to do is just make the units match up. All right. So what we want to do is we want to pause for our speed, which is in pixels per second. We want to divide that. We want to divide our distance by our speed, and that will give us our time. Because our distance is in pixels, our speed is in pixels per second, and pixels divided by pixels per second will be second. And then we want to multiply it by 1,000 to turn it into milliseconds.
I know the word for this. Maybe.
Yeah.
Is it stoichiometry?
Could be.
I feel like
unit conversions.
Yeah, I feel like last time this came up when I couldn't remember the word, Shannon was like unit conversion. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, but I'm pretty sure there's a fancy word that starts with an S for it.
Mm-hmm. I think last time this came up, the answer was stoichiometry.
Yeah, but I think unit conversion is an okay substitute all times.
Cool. So I threw away a bunch of blocks before that was converting from time to speed, and that's actually the same conversion we have to do. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that back. So we're doing the sprite x minus x squared, sprite y minus y squared, square root of that. That gives us the Cartesian or Euclidean distance. We want to divide that by not our time. We want to divide that by our speed, which will give us our time in seconds, and then we multiply it by 1,000 to give it in milliseconds. All right. So now we're gonna take these move twos, and we're gonna use this nice fancy one I just made, fresh out the oven. Move to at speed. It's going to take in all these variables I've got. Come on now, get over there. Oh boy, we're almost done with this game, right?
Only you know the answer to that, Richard.
That's true. Why won't I tell me? Okay, duplicate. And we're gonna move the hero over here. And we're gonna go ahead and pull this one out and get rid of these. Those clean up. All right, let's do it. Oh, right.
What?
So this one has the issue where before we could cancel the movement. It's one of the nice things about the sprite movement thing. Okay, because we could basically just say like if we hit the ball, we would cancel the movement and then go ahead and do it. So what we want to do instead is we want to keep this the same for when we're going back to the cat boss. We can use this function. That's totally fine. But for this one, when we do this move to at speed to the player, we're instead just going to set our velocity at the angle. Then when we overlap with the player or we overlap with like the wall, we'll know that we're at the end of our, go. So to do that, let's go ahead and start. We're going to, we go through walls, so we can't just use walls, but we can use the position and see if we're outside the map. So we're going to go ahead and take this function. We're going to edit it just for ease, and we're going to add a Boolean, which is pause. We're going to do an if, and we're going to put all of this stuff in here and go ahead and do pause right there. And that already added the true for us. So now for this one, we're going to change this to be false. So this is going to set us at the angle. We now need to detect if we are if we have either hit the player or we are, well, I guess we don't really need to detect if we hit the player. I think we just need to detect. Yeah, I guess we do need to detect if we hit the player, don't we? I got that right here. Okay, so we got our deal damage to sprite. So what we're going to do in this case is we need to make it so that our thing over here continues. So we don't have pause until, do we?
Nope.
Joey, can you make me a pause until?
Can we make a pause until?
Yeah.
I guess I can make it. I can try and make an extension that just goes and explicitly like overwrites pause until, so it's not so it's not block hidden.
Just make another function called pause until 2 and copy the definition for pause until.
I thought I'm pretty sure I saw it like hard coded in the compiler that pause until has its own thing. It's like the block ID pause until is the special case.
You're correct.
Let me see if I can just override it, the block definition to turn off block hidden equals true.
Yeah, give that a shot. In the meantime, we're going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to make this variable ball is handled. So the idea is that this ball is handled is going to be set to false. And when we hit it with our sword, or when we have it hit the player, or when it goes outside the map, we're going to set it to be true. When that happens, this while will stop running, and then we can just keep going as we were. So let's go ahead right here. We're going to set this to be false. And now we're going to head over here and we're going to set our ball is handled to be true. So that'll make it so that we break out of that loop. Now the other thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here to where we do the sword hit. Let me see where I've got that around here somewhere. On sprite kind of sword overlaps ball of power. Yes. We're going to, in addition to setting did ball get hit to true, we're also going to set where is it? Alphabetized, Richard. Alphabetized. Ball is handled. True. All right. And now, finally, we're going to go to game. We're going to go to scene. Well, actually, yeah. No, I do want to go to game because I want on-game update. Oh, my computer doesn't like opening the scene category. I think the tile maps are the cause of this slowness.
Because inside the dungeon or in the world? Both?
Both. I don't know. I think just the number of tiles I have and the number of tile maps I have is just causing my editor to be very slow. But now that it's cached, it's fine. So we're going to say if we have a current ball of power, then if our current ball of power is outside the tile map, So we're just going to check the y because we don't really care if it's outside the x or y. It's going to be one of those, you know. It's going to be going down at some point. So let's go ahead and get the total tile map rows. We're going to multiply that by 16, which is how big our tile maps are. Our tiles are, I mean. And so if the y of our current ball of power is greater than that, we're going to set this variable to be true. And that'll just let us know it has gone off the screen. All right, I think we should be good now. Let's go try it out.
That is very satisfying. Oh.
Okay. Oh, I think this is working pretty well.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens when it goes like way out. See ya. Yep. All right.
Is there a timing thing, or is it just if your sort overlap? Oh, is it your sort overlaps at all?
Yeah.
Is it getting faster, or am I?
Yeah, it gets faster each time. All right, cool. Well, we got this going. So what we want to do now is we want to give our cat a nice little damage animation, and we want to make it so that every single time we do this, it gets harder. So we're going to go ahead now. We're going to go to our cat, and let's go ahead and do an animation. So I think we're going to head over to assets.
Also, unrelated, Vivian, did you always have those glasses, or am I just blinking?
Yeah, but I've stopped wearing them because they give me a headache. And they still give me a headache, so this afternoon is going to be fun.
Are they prescription lenses?
Yep. They're the same prescription as my old glasses, too.
Should they be giving you a headache?
I think I just never forced myself to wear it, so I never got used to it.
You know your prescription might have changed.
I know, but my other pair of glasses that are the same prescription don't give me a headache.
What?
I think it's because they sit different to my face, right?
Oh, so it's not like the glasses, it's the... That's interesting. That's unfortunate. You could always just return it and get a pair that doesn't make you sad.
But I think these look cool. I think I'll just wear them. I think if I wear them long enough, my head will get used to it.
Maybe.
It's like when you wear those glasses that make your left and not right eye switch. Doesn't your brain get used to it?
What?
Pretty sure like after like a week or two, then you'll start flipping it or something.
Oh, that sounds terrifying. What if it doesn't flip back? So what does that even mean? What happens if you take them off?
Hassan, if you took your brain out of your head and threw it out of the ground, it would bounce. You're very flexible, your mind. I don't know if it would actually bounce or not. Your brain's not rubber.
I don't think that's what people talk about when they say neuroplasticity.
Very stretchy.
I don't think it's physical.
Okay. I'd like to be clear. Leave your brain inside your head. That's where it's supposed to be. Don't take it out. All right, it's important.
Yeah.
Okay, So what I'm doing right now is I am just swapping the colors of this guy. Wait a second. Wait a second. I made a function to do this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, you did.
Hassan remembers.
Isn't that how everything looks the way it does? No elevator music this time.
Oh, I forgot to do it. I'll have to do it next time.
I have these blue light filtering glasses. Everything is just so much more orange when I wear these. But it's great at reducing, purportedly, eye strain. So I usually only wear them in the evening or if my eyes feel tired for some reason or another.
All right. So what we're going to do now is we can tell if we have successfully damaged the cat by if we make it to the end of this for loop and the did ball get hit is true. That means that our last one was a hit, and that means that our cat got damaged. So let's go ahead and, oh no, I don't want to take this out. I want to duplicate it. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to do an animation now on our cat boss. I'm going to do this animate frames. And for the frames, let's go ahead and make this our cat boss. We're going to go into our functions, and we're going to get the function that is make blinking animation. Okay, we're going to loop that on 100 milliseconds. We're going to set loop on. And also, I want to set the cat to be like angry while this is happening. So let's go to our start boss fight. We're going to go into our animation. And we're going to grab this frame. What's the size of that? 45 by 48. So we're going to set our image. Let's head down here. This one right here. So before we do this blinking animation, we're going to go ahead and just go into here and change this to be 45 by 48. I'm going to paste that. Going to do the make blinking animation. We're going to loop this for, I don't know, a few times. Let's go ahead and just do a pause for 1 second. Let it really sink in that you took this guy out. And then we're going to set our image back to the cat's normal face, which if I go into my assets, I should hopefully be able to find. It doesn't like the number of tiles I have. There we go. There you go, that one right there. And we want this to be cat boss and cat boss. Okay, now we're going to make two more variables. Oh, we have so many variables. Cat, boss, health. We're going to set our cat boss health to 3 probably, or like up in the where we start the boss fight, which is right over here. Three is the magic video game number. We're going to change our cat boss health by -1. And so let's see, 3 will go down to 2, 2 will go down to 1, 1 will go down to 0. So we want to do it when it's equal to 0. that right? Yeah, that's right. For now, we're just gonna straight up game over win. All right. So I think that's it, right? Am I forgetting anything? Oh, we need to make it harder too. Required deflections. So we're going to start this out just like it is right now. We're going to set it to the required deflections to 4. Let me go ahead and make a get required deflections, and I'm going to go put it inside of our repeat loop that we have up here. And when we change our cat boss health by -1, we're also going to change our required deflections by how much should it increase by? Three, since no one's answering me, choosing not to participate.
Richard, I don't know what a reasonable unit was. I was going to say 27, so aren't we glad for no participation?
You'd have to reflect the ball 27 times, and the speed at the end of that would be like 5,000 or something.
Wouldn't that be impressive?
It would be impressive. Should have to stop the animation.
It's fine.
It's always angry now.
Ow.
Whoa, did you get damaged and reflected?
Yeah.
Ah.
Not handling that right now. Go. Yeah, I want to get to like where it's a good angle. There we go. Ah, okay, that gets really hard.
That fly behind you too flew through you.
I don't think it did. I think it just hit me and got destroyed. Okay, let me try to actually time it and not just mash the button.
Nice.
There we go. Cool. I got him that time.
Is the boss health already coded? Wow, boss health.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
It takes 10 all time. Dang.
It's possible. I have half a heart left. All right.
But this is gonna be a lot. Are you gonna bring back the bats?
The the bats are just turned off right now because of testing the ball of power.
Yeah. Is that the official name of the enemy attack?
Mm-hmm.
I just love the idea of the cat yelling out, "Ball of power!"
Cats can't talk.
But he can cast magic.
Yeah. Through a series of mews and claw signs. I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
No text-to-speech spell.
I'll be like that.
Meow-to-speech.
We're going to go into our animations now, and we're going to stop our animation so that it's not just blinking forever. And Vivian, you know what time it is?
Arcade Sprite data? No?
I'll do this again.
No, it's the time for the animation you made.
Oh.
Oh.
My bad. I set it up.
I was in the other room and I heard you say that and came sprinting back.
Oh, okay.
Do not say Arcade Sprite Data's name in vain. No, I'm kidding.
I didn't. Alright, so we're putting this down here. We're going to do swipe in with an apostrophe if I remember correctly. Yep. I'm so consistent.
Because you're too cool for those properly formatted words.
Yeah. All right, we're going to start. Do you want to start with the right paw or the left paw? And I'm talking from the cat's perspective.
I feel like right, because your instinct is to run right, because that's how you read.
Okay. So we're going to do the right. So what do we want to do? We want to, first, well, I guess what we want to do is we want to make it so that our debug is now always swiping.
I was going to be so impressed if you typed it every time, knowing your natural WPM.
Knowing my, oh yes. Yeah, so we did a little competition a while ago to see who was the best at typing. I don't remember who won. I think it was Shannon, but I remember who was definitely the worst.
It was Richard.
It couldn't have been that bad.
Hassan and Vivian, I think, were both also very fast.
Yeah.
Nowhere near Shannon. I
I'm
want
just-
everybody to know this. Shannon's crazy fast.
I'm a very sloppy typist. I had like 10% errors, so I got kicked down from like 101 to
Oh.
90.
All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take our left paw, because our left paw is actually the right paw. We're going to turn this invisible, because we're going to be using a different sprite to do our attack. And that's because our left paw is only 16 by 16. Our attack is much bigger than that. So I'll show it in just a second. But let's go ahead now. We're going to make a variable for this. So it's going to be attacking paw. And we're going to go ahead and set our attacking paw to be a sprite. So let's just go ahead and do this right here. I'm going to fill this in just a second. Well, I'll grab it right now. There we go. And we're going to go in and grab our animation now. So let's go into animation. We're going to run these frames. Change this to be our attacking paw. And I have already gone through and taken our animation and flipped it in both directions and also made it so that the everything has an outline. So I'm going to go over here and we'll mouse over it. So good. Okay, so we're doing this paw. Oh wait, what was the size? 48 by 64. So we're going to make this 48 by 64. And we're just going to make it transparent. And so what we're going to do is we're going to run this animation. And then we're going to make this paw type to be attacking.
Richard, that kind list was huge. I've never seen so many.
Yeah, it's pretty big, isn't it? I don't think we're using all of them.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we're running this animation. We're going to pause for the right amount of time. So this, I know for a fact that this has 21 frames because I had to go ahead and outline all of them. So 21 by 100 times 100 is
2100.
Nice. That's some fast math. And after this pause, we're just going to go ahead and destroy our sprite. We could use lifespan for this, but we have to pause anyway, so yeah, who cares?
Pause anyway. Hey.
I like what you did there. Okay. We are, however, going to set the position of this one. So I think what I want to do is I want to set the top and left to match the left paw. So we want the top to be the same as the left paw top. I should probably do this after I create the, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L is what I want. There we go. Now we just duplicate this. I'm going to set this to be our left on both sides. And let's see how this goes. So remember, we made it so it's always going to swipe. Okay. Well, some notes, I guess. I guess the shoulder's breaking on this cat. So I think what we want to do is maybe we actually want to. So we definitely want to move this over, right? But we might also want to move it like even a little bit farther over, and then move it over so we're swiping a larger portion of the stage. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do the left and we'll subtract something from it. So I'm going to subtract, I think, like a pretty big amount. Let's subtract like 64, which should be 4 tiles. And see how that looks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see, we're 1 tile out of position. So I'm going to move it over 48 pixels while this is running. So let's go ahead. We're going to do another animation. This one's going to be the other kind. We're going to use the secret string animations. We want to move to the right 48 pixels. So, hey, come on now. You got to talk to the blocks when they're not doing what you want.
True.
So we want to do H48, which is move to the right 48 pixels. And now this is where it's going to be a little tricky because we don't want it to move until the claws are out. So time to count. Who wants to count?
1. Ha ha ha. 2. 3.
Okay, it's going to take too much time to switch between all the frames, so we're just going to count a little bit faster.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, ha ha ha. 4, ha ha ha. 5, ha ha ha. 6, ha ha ha. 7, ha ha ha. 8, ha ha ha. 9, ha ha ha. 10, ha ha ha. 11, ha ha ha. 12, ha ha ha. 13, ha ha ha. 14, ha ha ha. 15, ha ha ha. 16, ha ha ha. 17. Okay, so 16 is where we want to start.
Counting is so hard in the animation editor. I always doubt myself after at least 10, you know?
Yeah, we need to do something to fix it, I think. We need to do like a design pass on that guy. So we're going to pause for 1600 milliseconds. Then we're going to pause for 500 milliseconds. And we're going to make sure that this one goes for 500 milliseconds. And we're going to change this to be our attacking block. All right, let's watch this. I'm excited. Let's see the paw. Is that one a little bit farther than I expected? But it looks really good when it's moving over, though, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's realistic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we need to, I don't know, maybe do like right here. Let's just do, we'll just change this to 48, and we'll change this to, what is it? 32.
Richard, I was trying to do the math in my head, I promise.
What did you just put on your glasses?
What?
What do you have in your glasses? You put a thing up there.
Pen?
Okay.
You can't tell me what to put on my glasses. I'll put so much stuff on my glasses.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay, how silly does this look?
I think it might need a rounded top.
All right. So one thing I could do is, I guess let's just go ahead and make a rounded top.
You just paste in the one from the paw?
Well, yeah, so wait, actually, maybe what I could do is just not make the paw invisible. And then just put the paw behind it, and then make the paw move with it.
Yeah.
So we're going to set our left paw left to left paw minus 48. Now we're going to go ahead and do this same animation on our left paw. And we're going to make this top, instead of top, it's going to be the top plus, I don't know, like 8.
Vivian, this is so impressive. Oh no!
It's because I laughed.
Okay, so that's a little bit off. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. So what's happening is, all right, well, also it's getting slightly more each time. But we need to count on our swiping paw how far over it is from the start. So we can just go ahead and look at our little display at the bottom. We're at 16 pixels. So it needs to, oh, that's a nice even number. So we want to do the left paw minus 32, and it's going to move over 32. That should do it. Okay, so we just need to fix the z-index. So I think that might work well, right? So let's go ahead. We're going to go into our variables now. Well, not variables. We're going to go into our properties, which actually we already have a nice one right here. We're going to set our attacking paw z-index. And we're going to set it to be 5, which I believe should be above it. It's the same as the sword, but it's not really going to interact with the sword, so that's fine. And now let's see how this looks. Wait, why is this cut off now? You guys seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm seeing what you're seeing. Did the image get changed?
Oh, I think the animation didn't finish. Weird. Okay. All right, so we're gonna change this to be plus like 6 because I'm seeing a little bit of the claws poke through. Let's go watch it again and hopefully everything works out this time. Here we go. It's fixed. That was weird. That was weird timing for that to show up.
Oh, perfect. You can even see it like the part where it's like your arms draped over it, so some of it's squishing out. So it looks like it's really tight to the wall.
Okay, we can fix this. So we're just going to go to our left paw where we're creating it. We're going to copy the image. And then we're going to see, should be in this one. We're going to go to our frames, go to the last one. Go to the last one. Okay, there we go. Copy this. We're going to set the image. And looks like we need to shave off 3 pixels. That's what I think. We're going to do that right here. Then we're going to do it over here. We're going to set it back to be normal. So let's do that first. That. Over here, we're going to set it to be this, and we want to shave off, like I said, like 3 pixels. So we're going to do all right. I think we're just going to do that. Let's see how this looks. All right, 1 more pixel. Just like that. And the other thing I'm going to do just real quick is I'm going to do this animation where instead of just setting the left, what I'm going to do is just do this H negative 32 really fast. So like 200 milliseconds. Then we will do this other business. And let me make sure that I pause for that time too. So it gives you a little bit of a warning that that's the direction it's going to be coming from, you know? I mean, I guess you already have a little bit of a warning, but it'll look nicer. Let's go. Yeah, it looks okay, right?
I think it looks great.
This is so good.
All right, so we've got it working on our left side. All we need to do is we need to call our damage function when this happens, and we also need to make it happen for the right side too, which will just be the same code but in reverse. And I already have reversed animations for all of this, so I'll do that off stream. So you know you don't have to watch me do that again. But for MakeCode, I've been Richard at Richard on the MakeCode forums.
I'm Hassan at Hassan on the MakeCode forums.
I'm Joe at JWonder on the MakeCode forums.
I'm Shannon at Shakao on the MakeCode forums.
And I'm Vivian at Live Cheerful on the MakeCode forums.
And together we are
Arcade.
the MakeCode team.
The MakeCode
With other
team.
people who aren't on stream right now.